under a statewide emergency as that powerful winter storm moves in tonight. The governor just hours ago signing a disaster declaration, warning travel could become dangerous and potentially life-threatening. Our future alert forecasters have been tracking the storm since the first sign, so let's get straight to meteorologist Valerie Smock for a first look at what's coming in the next few hours. Valerie?
Well, Heidi, we're already starting to see some snow moving into the state of Pennsylvania. Not everything is necessarily reaching the ground, but as you can see behind me, the snow starting to overtake from southwest to northeast. And some of this is still a little on the heavier and steadier side, and that's what you're picking up here with those darker areas of blue. So we'll keep an eye on this as it continues to move to the north and east, but essentially we were under an area of high pressure. That is moving away, but with that clockwise flow around the high, tapping into all that warm Gulf moist air, and it's basically injecting it here into northeastern and central Pennsylvania. You look onto the south, and that's where you're getting a bit more of that sleet, that icing. So we are primarily going to see just snow here, but you can't rule out some sleet. So this is our big storm system coming in for your Sunday. Significant snowfall is expected. Again, we do have that potential for some sleet the farther south and east you go. And then a look ahead to next week. We're still going to be stuck in that Arctic blast of air. In downtown Wilkes-Barre, the clouds have already started to roll in advance of our next system. We're at 9 now, Scranton, Wilkes-Barre, down into Pottsville, 12, Williamsport, 4 now into Montrose. So a lot of folks already dropping back down, but with the wind, not crazy. It does still feel a little bit colder with wind chills below 0 in several locations. And we're not quite done with that cold just yet. As I had mentioned, we are going to look at more cold for next week, and I'll continue to time out that storm into the area and how much snow you're going to be getting coming up in just a few.
Thank you, Valerie. Make sure to stay with us throughout the entire Arctic Assault. We will have team coverage for you on air and online as well as our 2822 Now streaming app on Sunday. You can download it for free only on Apple, Roku, or Fire TV. While many people are staying home tonight, PennDOT crews are already preparing for what's ahead. After careful monitoring, material checks, and routine maintenance, crews say they are ready to take on the storm as conditions worsen. 2822's Colby Hughes shows us how they geared up.
A snow day spent indoors for many means a busy day outside for PennDOT crews. One PennDOT employee says the work actually begins way before the snow falls for a larger storm.
Ahead of this event, we've been very busy. We're doing a lot of coordination with our central office and also our counties, and we're making sure we're as prepared as much as possible for what's ahead of us.
Plow truck drivers have their planned routes and enough material to use while working. And while their plow trucks are stationed in troublesome areas waiting to begin, there will also be heavy wreckers.
The heavy wreckers would get involved if we have any type of incidents along the interstates, and that is really why we are asking the motoring public that if you don't have to travel today, don't. It's for the safety of yourself and also for the safety of the motoring public.
Restrictions have been placed on all interstates, going into effect Saturday night.
That will be no commercial vehicles allowed, only passenger vehicles and emergency responders on the interstates. And also with the Tier 4 restrictions are the 45-mile-per-hour speed reductions on our interstates.
Tomaine expects a busy Sunday, but it won't end there.
Even after the storm has moved on out, we're still going to be cleaning up the roadways, and we will have staff. Our routes will be fully staffed throughout the remainder of Monday and Tuesday.
PennDOT crews will be working nonstop to keep the roads as safe as possible. In Dunmore, Colby Hughes, 2822 News.
And a reminder from PennDOT for those who absolutely have to drive. Simply put, if the snow is falling, it's going to be on the roads. They say plow routes are typically cleared within about 2 hours, major roads within 3, and less traveled roads could take significantly longer. They also recommend planning your route ahead of time and checking for the latest traffic updates and weather conditions. But bottom line tonight, if you don't have to go out, stay home and stay safe. And DPW crews in Wilkes-Barre are confident they are ready to handle the roads in the coming storm. The city's Department of Public Works says they've been loading trucks with rock salt for days. An all-hands-on-deck response is also planned, putting about 20 plow trucks on the road for nonstop operations. Officials say the initial focus will be snow removal, with salt use ramping up once temperatures rise enough for it to work effectively. Priority will go first to the emergency access, including police, fire, and hospital routes, before crews move on to major routes and then residential streets.
I believe we are better prepared now, learning from the past, and through the cooperation of the other departments, City Hall, Police, and Fire, and us, I think we're going to have a better grip on this snowstorm, especially with the amount of drivers that we have coming out for this and nonstop plowing.
If you are on the roads, make sure to give plows the space they need to work. Everybody is hoping they are prepared for what's to come, with their final efforts playing out inside local grocery stores where shoppers made quick decisions before the snow arrives. At Shields Family Market on Georgia Avenue in Wilkes-Barre, dozens of people stopped in for last-minute groceries, picking up items they felt would last through the storm. Shoppers grabbed food, basic supplies, and a few extras to avoid heading back out once the fun begins. Many said the goal was not panic buying, but planning ahead, knowing travel could be difficult if conditions worsen.
Well, probably like some bread, some milk, just, like small things to, get me through till Tuesday.
Everybody's shopping. There's so many people in the stores, shelves being cleared out, so it's important to get out early.
If you did not get to be open tomorrow from 7 a.m. until noon at their Wilkes-Barre locations on Hanover Street and George Avenue. Their Dunmore location, however, will be closed. Weiss shoppers should expect no morning grocery shopping, though. Their stores, including pharmacies and gas stations, will be closed tomorrow, back up at 8 a.m. Monday morning. After grocery stores saw steady crowds, hardware stores were also a busy spot today. Preparation was in full force at Main Hardware on South Main Street in Wilkes-Barre. Store owners say just days ago there were more than 400 snow shovels in stock. As of today, there was only about 30. They say ice melt has also been flying off the shelves, with dozens of pallets sold and about 1,600 bags gone in just the last few days.
The past 4 days, it's been a madhouse. Yesterday was our busiest day ever as far as that goes. Everything is snow related. Quick Joe, rock salt, pallets and pallets, just snow shovels, anything having to do with the snowstorm coming up.
Owners say the sales they've seen in the last few days typically take months, showing just how many people want to make sure that they're prepared. And it wasn't just stores seeing a rush. Places like Sheetz on Kidder Street in Wilkes-Barre were packed with people stocking up last-minute gas. Even those who don't plan to travel tomorrow, like Dan Griffin from Sawyersville, say he'd rather be safe than sorry.
If you want to have obviously a full tank of gas, because it could go on for a couple of days. Probably not going to be driving. There'll probably be an impacted, travel ban. But people that are traveling, sometimes they get stuck on the road. So if you don't have to be on the road, don't be on the road.
And people didn't just come to get gas for their cars. Locals also stocked up on fuel for appliances like generators and snow blowers. Coming up, it's been the moment you've all been waiting for, the forecast. Here's a taste of what's in store for you. Valerie?
Starting some snow moving through the area. Some of the steadiest and heaviest still yet to arrive, but I am tracking some impacts for you and what that means as you wrap up your weekend. Coming up after the break.
For that break rolls a quick look at just how widespread this Arctic assault is.
Reporting in Columbus, Ohio.
I'm Mary Smith in Raleigh, North Carolina.
I'm meteorologist Olivia Monteleone here in Greenville, North Carolina.
I'm Angelica Gallagher, and here in Western New York, temperatures are already well below freezing.
Look, it may be pretty, but it's also very dangerous. Snow has been falling here for a few hours now. I'm in Chesapeake, Ohio, and the street behind me is pretty quiet except for those emergency crews.
And while this snow means stress for many, it's also a sign of the fun to come as we ramp up toward the Milan Cortina 2026 Winter Olympics. We are less than 2 weeks away now until the games begin. This is a live look from Milan, where much of the action will be going down. Start February 6th through the 22nd. You can watch all the Olympic action on WBRE, and we will even have more daily Olympic content for you on our 2822 Now streaming app, which you can download for free on any Roku, Apple TV, or Fire TV. Anybody hoping to get their Winter Olympics on by doing some skiing tomorrow is looking at a mixed picture. Camelback, Montage, Jack Frost, and Shawnee all say they plan to be open, though operations could be limited and subject to change. But other mountains are hitting a pause. Blue Mountain and Elk Mountain have announced closures, citing dangerous travel, bitter cold, and safety concerns for staff and guests. Worst case, maybe just stick to some backyard sledding. And those looking to do some drinking while snowed in may be relying on the liquor cabinet if they aren't stocked up. The state says all fine wine and good spirit stores will be officially closed tomorrow. Their goal? Keep customers and employees safe as conditions deteriorate. And no doubt those conditions are expected to deteriorate. Valerie, look at a close eye at the forecast.
Yeah, we've been following this for several days now, and the storm is finally here, and it's already starting to bring some snow into parts of the area. You can see how big this system is. It is extended all the way from parts of the Northeast down through parts of the deep South and back into the desert Southwest. This is primarily snow, but you're getting even some sleet with this, some icing, and then even just plain rain the farther south you go. But as we take that closer look, you'll see that this snow is already starting to build into parts of Pennsylvania. Not everything reaching the ground, but this is just the start of it. And as we close in even more, you will see some of those snow showers will already start to be moving in places like Lebanon, and then you'll notice it back towards central Pennsylvania as well. As we continue to take a look outside in Pottsville, all is quiet right now. We haven't seen anything yet in the way of snowflakes floating around, but temperatures are on the chillier side. We're at 9 now in Pottsville, 13 into Lewisburg, 10 into Wanda, coming in now at 11 in Stroudsburg. And those temperatures tomorrow morning, not as cold as where we were this morning, which was 2 degrees, but will still be in the single digits for many folks. Luckily enough, the winds are going to back off a bit tonight, so the wind chill will not be as much of a factor, but it will get a little bit breezier tomorrow. We are under a winter storm warning for all of northeastern and central Pennsylvania. When you look at where we're going tomorrow, you'll notice it's going to not only be cloudy, but the more impactful part of tomorrow, obviously the snow. We have snow coming in, and for most of us, it looks like it is going to stay as all snow. There is still a potential that you could get some mixing in there, which would be the sleet. That is primarily the farther south and east that you go. Snow will be starting early Sunday, basically late Saturday night, early Sunday. Some of this snow can be on the heavy and steady side. We've got that sleet that we want to keep an eye on. That is possible the farther south and east you go. Some of the steadiest and heaviest snow will be coming to an end Monday between about 1 and 5 o'clock in the morning. Travel is going to be tricky. Here's what it looks like in the big picture. So our high pressure from today moving out. You've got a low pressure system coming up through the Ohio Valley. That's going to weaken and transfer its energy to this coastal storm, and then that's going to take over. By the time we get into your Monday, though, a lot of that is just going to be some lingering snow showers. So let's time it out. As we go through the night right now, you're staying quiet until about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, Susquehanna Valley, southern tier, and then it's about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning for most everybody else. But by 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, everybody will have started to pick up some snow at this time. You'll notice it's a little difficult to see, but there are some darker areas of blue coming in there. That's more that moderate to heavy steady rainfall, or snowfall rather. And then as we look at where we're at 9 p.m., you've got some of this pinkish color coming back in. That is where we have the potential for some sleet. Now, this has trended a little bit farther north for some folks than what we had seen at 6 o'clock. Right now, it looks like you have a better opportunity. Southern tier of Schuylkill County, Carbon, and Monroe County, points south and east. Not buying a ton of that sleet up there through the valley cities, but again, it's something we'll keep an eye on. And if you do get that sleet, it is going to hold back on those snow totals. As we go through your Monday, there will be some lingering snow showers. Not going to be as heavy. I think most of the heaviest and steadiest, again, will be wrapping up by about 5 a.m. And then you just have a few of those lake effect snow showers on the backside. But a quick look at our forecast, your snow outlook, 12 to 16 inches of snow once all is said and done, with some isolated 18 inches not out of the question. Where we do have the potential for some sleet, you're looking at more of 8 to 12. Here's your Future Alert 7-day forecast. So we are under an alert day on Sunday because of that heavy snow that's going to be moving in, plus that potential for some sleet. Monday, just a few lingering snow showers, though breezy and, sad to say, our warmest day out of the week. Then we'll get in on a bit more sunshine Tuesday, Wednesday, but as you can see, Heidi, it's still going to be active. We got a couple of days of snow showers, and it's just going to be cold.
Good thing I have my hand warmers ready.
I forgot mine. I knew I was forgetting something.
Thank you, Valerie. Speaking of hand warmers, as you've heard, those temperatures are dropping, and with it comes a warning tonight from medical professionals. Simply put, do not be outside for too long. A doctor we spoke with says excessive exposure to the cold can bring numbness and redness in hands, feet, and the face, which sounds innocent, but are actually symptoms of what's called frostnip. Frostnip is the first step towards frostbite if you decide to stay in the cold. And once you get frostbite, you need to seek immediate medical attention.
You could be inside as much as you can over the next couple of days. That would be your best defense against frost nip and frostbite, obviously. But if you do have to go outside, I highly recommend you layer up and wear warm clothes.
Those shoveling snow should be extra aware of this, and doctors also say be mindful of overexerting yourself. Their best advice, go slow, dress warm, and make sure to change clothes after you're done. Make sure to stay with us throughout the entire Arctic Assault. We will have team coverage for you on air and online as well. We will also be on our 2822 Now streaming app on Sunday. You can download it for free only on Apple, Roku, or Fire TV. The Steelers have officially found their new head coach, and Bucknell women's basketball has a big win at home against a conference opponent. Elena Lucido is next with 2822 Sports.
Welcome back, everyone. It's just been 11 days since former Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin stepped down from his role that he held for 19 years. Well, now the Steelers have officially decided on the new face of their franchise for the next several years. Earlier Saturday afternoon, Steelers announced on X that they have verbally agreed to make Mike McCarthy their new head coach. McCarthy, a Pittsburgh native, will be just the fourth head coach for the Steelers since 1969. The 62-year-old was most recently the head coach for the Dallas Cowboys for 5 years before failing to reach his contract extension in 2024. McCarthy was best known for his time as the head coach of the Green Bay Packers, who won a Super Bowl with the team back in 2010. This is said to be a 5-year contract, and the salary has yet to be determined. Pittsburgh is likely to hold a press conference sometime next week to officially introduce Mike McCarthy as their new head coach. And Lewisburg, Bucknell women hosting Loyola Saturday afternoon. The Bison with a 13-5 start in the first. Second quarter, Bucknell continues the stampede. Reese Zamitis hits a corner three. She finished with a game high of 15 points. More Bison. Desiree Ashton swings around from the near side, hits a jumper near the line for two. Bison's lead 22-10 at the half. Third quarter, Bucknell works the ball inside to Ashton, who's open for the corner three. Bison lead 34-22 after three. Tuana Joskin takes it strong to the basket for 2 of her 10 points on the afternoon. Late in the game, Isabella Casey buries a three from the near side. She finished with 13 points today, and Bucknell would go on to the 54-45 win over Loyola.
Today, our connectivity as a team looked one of the best that it has all season. I thought we were moving the ball really well, and I know that in the past, in our league play, we haven't been doing too well on finding the open people and the open shots in transition, but I thought today, more than others, we did very well with moving the ball, finding the open people, and just letting people get the rhythm and get the shots that they're able to make.
I feel like getting this win at home gonna pump us, we're gonna have the energy, we're just gonna go out there and play, so I feel like it was really important today, us to get a good win, and we play good. It was not just a win, we actually deserve this, so I think it's just going to help us.
Back in action Wednesday, January 28th, as they face Lafayette at 4:30. Williamsport boys hosting Pottsville in the Magic Dome. Early on, Pottsville's Ryder Bauer lines up and drains a three off the right side for the Tide. More Pottsville. Christian Alvarez is going to take it strong to the rim, and he's good for 2, but Williamsport would answer. Quincy Williams gets the inside game going strong for the Millionaires as he drives down the right side for 2. Still in the first quarter, Pottsville goes back to Bauer, who hits a corner three from the far side, but the Millionaires would cash in. Williams finds Ethan Chilson open in the near corner, and he drains a three. Williamsport goes on to the 64-45 win over Pottsville. That's a wrap on sports. We'll be right back.
Final check of the forecast. We're picking up 12 to 16 inches of snow, and most of it will stay all snow. Could be some isolated 18 inches, but you are looking at 8 to 12 the farther south and east you go, because some sleet could be mixing in. And then it looks like we'll have a couple of snow showers lingering on Monday. We'll see them again on Thursday and Saturday, so off and on for the upcoming week, but it's primarily just going to be cold.
It's going to be very cold.
Sorry.
But we were ready for it. That's okay.
Yeah,
That is all right. That will do it for 2822 News. Get the latest news and weather updates at 2822news.com. We hope you have a great night.